Good morning. So I honestly am not quite sure where things left off from what I've been recording. What I'm going to do currently is I'm just going to summarize what's been going on over the past, let's say, week since the last vlog, and then catch up today. When Brian and Janet were still here, we ended up visiting NASA. We visited Meowwolf. Went to two different crawfish places. One was Crawfish and Noodles, and the other one was Crawfish Cafe. Both of which, by the way, were places that Janet had actually looked up and found as being notorious for being delicious. Crazy. I got a minor injury from doing deadlifts. It's bad enough to the point where I can't get up and sit down very easily. It isn't an injury that feels like it's really bad. It's worse than, let's say, a sprained ankle, but not to the point where I would say it's gonna stop me forever. I think that I need to rest for about 3 more weeks and then should be good after that. A lot has been going on with Yana. I've been doing a lot of experimentation with certain shoots, especially with macro. A lot of planning has been going underway with that project. And I don't know exactly when we're planning to launch that business, but you'll start to see more things show up for Yana in April. Last but not least, Clara has also been starting to set up the CNC in the wood shop. So what that means is that we'll probably be seeing some woodworking builds start to happen hopefully soon. We've also been doing a little bit of experimentation as to how we want to approach things with her channel, and I'm feeling pretty hopeful and excited about that. So we'll just see. Right now it's still too early. It's still in the experimentation phase, so we'll see. I think it's really interesting right now because in a way I don't know what to talk about for this vlog, but while I'm telling what's going on, I realize that essentially I'm kind of talking to you guys a little bit about building 4 different brands at the same time. We have Yana, we have Clara's Woodshop, or Go Clara Kim, whatever you think. We have Kira, which is kind of like a side project that will probably be a big project later on. You'll see it develop, as well as this channel. Whatever this channel turns out to be, I'm just gonna let it be. It's not something that I am mentally thinking like, oh, it's gonna be this huge thing. I just am trying to document. So yeah, you guys are getting to see kind of a little bit of the behind the scenes of building 4 different brands at the same time, all going at different paces. Not saying I'm doing all of them right now. Today, what's on the agenda, since we're now caught up to real life, I am going to be on the computer for probably most of today. So potentially it'll be a little bit boring. I've got some designing to do and some planning to do because I have to have a lot of posts ready to go by beginning of April. So what I'm going to be doing between now and end of March is preparing myself and experimenting in order to begin creating a lot of different posts and content. In specifically right now, it'll be mostly for Yana, but you'll see a lot of things for Claire's brand and my channel as well. Slowly but surely, we'll be developing things for Kira, but that will be more at a slower incremental pace. I guess let's get this day going.
Get in my way, my going animal. Bitch, get in my way, you'll be collateral. I'm done playing, I'm my animal. Get in my way, you'll be collateral. Doing damage, an animal. You'll be collateral, doing damage, an animal.
Keto ice cream. This one is a H-E-B brand ice cream. I've never been crazy about mint chocolate, but something about this one is like super addictive. I think that when I'm trying to like scoop the pieces of chocolate, they're not smooth pieces. They're like abnormally shaped chunks. So while I'm scooping and I'm trying to get to a stopping point, I run into something like this. It's like a chip. So when I try to dig it out and it leaves like this crater, as you can see, then my mind wants to keep scooping so that I can smoothen it out before I get to a stopping point. And ultimately, all that does is it leads me to keep scooping and keep eating because I'm trying to smooth it out, which will inevitably lead me to another chip. So it's like this endless cycle. And I don't know. I think I just really like this psychological trick combined with the flavor.
Bitch, get in my way, my going animal. Bitch, get in my way, you'll be collateral. I'm done playing out my animal. Get in my way, you'll be collateral. Doing damage, animal. You'll be collateral, doing damage, animal.
Amazon just came in, dropped off some packages. Right now, I am going to open one of them that I think is pretty interesting, and it's slippers. I have been wearing some old barefoot shoes. You can see there. And actually somebody in one of the comments pointed it out in one of the pictures that we took. Clara asked me if I could please find some slippers that are just more used for the house. And I am only using these barefoot shoes for the house, but I wanted to look for something that was just more slipper-like. Maybe it just helps mentally with everything. And I found these, so I'm gonna try them out. And what they are just really flat slipper-like things that are also like barefoot influenced, because for me, I can't seem to wear, or at least around the house, I can't seem to wear anything that has like a weird cushion on it. It just doesn't work. So I'm gonna try these out. All right, here we go. My goal is to have ones that I can just slide on and not have to worry about putting over my ankle. But I feel like I might want to put these over my ankle. Anyway, walking test. I am doing a walking test. Yeah, there's no way that it's gonna stay right there, because even in a few walks you can see my foot is already scooching down on the shoe. Let me try again. Yep, it's doing it again. So I guess for these slippers, at least initially, I'm gonna have to scooch it over my heels. Just takes an extra second, and I wanted to be a little bit lazy, but it's okay. I think I can work with these. These seem fine. And now I have house slippers. Two more things that came in the mail that I got to try to help with my process are Petri dishes. These should help with some of the shots that I'm trying to get. And a tripod with a special feature that I'm gonna open up and show you now. This tripod is from K&F Concept. Definitely not sponsored in any way because I am just a super small channel. But here we are. I'm gonna show you guys, and you guys will be seeing how I utilize this product. Okay, so I am just going to wing it and hope that I get this right. So over here, you can see this is a small rig tripod, super cheap, but it's been one of the most useful tripods that I've ever used. It really just gets the job done in most scenarios. But I started to run into a situation where I couldn't get the shot that I wanted or needed for these product shoots. And you could see that I basically leaned it because what I'm trying to get is an overhead shot. Now, the thing is, I've been typically able to wing it in most situations to get that overhead shot, but since I'm gonna be doing a lot more of that and getting a little bit experimental with that, I needed a solution, and this particular tripod seems to be able to do that, or at least that's what I saw. And you guys are seeing a live figuring out of that process. I think I was disconnecting it totally. Aha! Boom! Holy moly. That is pretty cool. Great, great points down. Holds. I've brought the big boy. So far so good. Oh, of course, no battery. Battery. Not bad. Not bad at all. So Clara is preparing for lunch at the moment. It'll probably be ready in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to knock out one more thing that's on my list. That is to do some research on a couple of places that I want to be able to do a photo shoot or video shoot actually over the course of the next 2 weeks or so. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I am looking in the Houston area. I'm looking for very naturey and serene places. If there are water features that are accessible, I'm definitely wanting to go there. So let me know if you know. So Clara got oysters.
Yeah.
I like oysters.
I don't think I used to enjoy oyster because they're slimy and they look weird. I'm a visual person.
All right, oyster time, oyster time.
They only had 3 kinds of oyster. They had Galveston, which just the word Galveston in there made me not want to.
Okay, so the story behind Galveston oysters is when we first moved to Houston, we went to a seafood restaurant. It was a random seafood restaurant that was like a little bit outside of Galveston, and they had oysters on the menu. So we ordered them. The oysters didn't come on the shell, first of all. They were just pieces of slop that didn't even look like this. It looked totally different. The moment that I put one in my mouth, I wanted to throw up. It was like, so that is our current impression of any kind of oyster from Galveston. This one isn't the Galveston one, but that's just how we feel about anything related to oysters from Galveston. All right. Yeah, very mild. I would say this one Lemon is good. In case you didn't know, on Fridays, there's a deal at Whole Foods where you can get oysters for $1 as long as you're a Prime member.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. I'm like, what other kind of Prime is there? Like Optimus Prime? I actually don't know if this part needs to be said or not, but this is the last part of the day. Actually, it's a little bit almost past the last part of the day. Typically from like 5 or 6 to 7, I'll spend that time to maybe work on the vlog, maybe process some pictures that I had going on throughout the day, but I kind of went a little bit further to finish up some of my to-dos today. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend from now to maybe 7:30 max to see what I can put together on this vlog, and we'll go from there. I feel like today was a lot of recording. It was a little bit more fun. I don't have a picture in my head as to how I want to approach doing a weekly vlog yet, but we're gonna work on it. So yeah, here we go. That's the end of today. Good morning. I started to put together the vlog video yesterday, and the thing that I realized was that the video was really long. I don't know if it's a bad or good thing yet, but I'm just gonna keep on rolling with it and see how this week's vlog goes. Today has been focused a lot around strategizing and planning for the next 3 weeks. Now, I am still waiting on some tools that will help the process be a little bit easier. So I can't figure everything out today. I was able to figure out some big parts of the picture that we have for Yana. And I feel there's a huge part of it that is going to be approaching the limit of my skill set of being a videographer. So I feel like I have the idea, I have the concept. I'm just not sure if I'm technically the guy that has all of the ability to put together the idea that I have in my head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my best to make it happen, but who knows? Who knows what things will be like in the future. Before lunch, I actually got pretty tired, so I ended up laying down on the couch for a while and pretty much taking a nap. Right now, since I'm still feeling a bit low on energy, I'm just having a little bit of half decaf, half caffeinated coffee. I guess from here, I'll try to run maybe a few more tests upstairs with the types of shots I might get. And after that, probably for the rest of the day, which there isn't much of it left, I'll be focusing on editing the vlog. I'm really dragging my feet, but I am also a huge proponent of it's better to move slow than to not move at all. And for today's test, I'm going to be experimenting with using this guy instead of a softbox for macro videography, because I have been cranking that f-stop to like f16 and f22, and I just feel like I'm not getting enough light. So today we're gonna blast this thing and we're gonna see what happens. And guess what? Forgot the memory card. This item just came in. It's probably going to be the last item that I'm going to be purchasing to get the shot. This is a ultra macro, 2.5 to 5 times, I forgot what it's called, but that is insane. So right now I'm just gonna do a test photo just to see what it looks like. I am under the understanding that I am investing quite a bit into Yana right now, but that's kind of what I think that we need to do in order to succeed and in order to stand out. So here we go. This is the lens. It's already so different than anything else that I've ever used. This is 25 millimeter f2.8 ultra macro, and this is the 24 to 60 lens, and you can see the sheer size difference and the way it's shaped. This one is like a cone going the opposite way, which is very interesting. I am going to take a photo of this keyboard, and we're gonna just see how it turns out. Oh, I'm so confused by this lens cap. Open, close. It's like a cup. Some light. Pretty crazy. That's it for today. That is all I'm gonna do today. Clara has been making hot dog. This is a Korean dessert. It's freaking good.
Not too sweet?
This one does have like a more obvious sweetness.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the last one. It was more subtle.
Yeah. Last one is more subtle, but I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm at it.
Since it is Saturday, this is probably going to be the last part of the vlog. I think so far that this is pretty sustainable for me. It's almost like if I give myself the room to skip a couple days and maybe just focus on recording a couple days. Anyway, these are just all logistics of the editing, but I think a strategy is starting to form. If everything goes according to plan, there will be a video uploaded either Wednesday evening or Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. I don't know. There is no plan currently, but let's see how it goes. It's been a fun week, very productive, lots of stuff coming in. There's going to be more stuff coming in as I practice and become a better product photographer and videographer over the next 2 weeks, which, by the way, is not a very long time to just get really good at this, but that is something that I've been challenging myself to do because there is a strong need to do it, and so far I'm feeling pretty good about myself. If all of this goes according to plan, you guys will be seeing it here. Not the final bit of it, but close to it. And I will be uploading all of those things that I make onto the Yana channels. So, before I start to ramble more and basically give myself more things to edit, have a good night. Hope you guys had a good week, and peace out.